Oh
All
yeah,
right.
I am a big Sonic fan. Anyway, bird of the day.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to Carvis Twig's Bird of the Day. Today we got a bird that is very local to me, who I see all the time, but not super common all the time. One of those ones where it's like they're around, they're common, but it's also kind of like a, oh, look at that. That's cool. Look at the bird. What bird am I talking about? It's a very North American bird. If you live in the United States, you probably see this around your water. Today's bird of the day is the great blue heron.
Hooray!
Majestic.
So pretty. They're so
The beautiful
gorgeous.
S curve of the neck. Huge, huge wingspan.
Oh yeah.
They fly so gracefully through the air. Long little khaki bird legs. Very pointed face. Yeah, okay, Bentai, you don't see him around there because you don't live near any water. And Lake Mead doesn't have enough vegetation for these guys. So sorry. The great blue heron is he's in through a lot of the United States. Which apparently
Drink some water.
they do have a year-round range in Las Vegas. Or present during migration, maybe. It's kind of on the edge of it. But yeah, I imagine that
No
Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, Nevada, probably pretty low populations of... Now, up here in Minnesota, the land of 10,000 lakes, ain't a lake ain't got a heron in it somewhere.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Reminds me of the Pokemon Camarant. Well, they are in pelicaniforms, which also includes cormorants. So, you know, they do have similarities to the cormorant. But they are in there with the herons. They are a type of heron. Beautiful, beautiful birds. Big birds, 36 to 54 inches long. It's a big bird. Real big.
It's a big bird.
Weighing 4 to 8 pounds. With the 66 to 79 inch. Like 79 inches. That's long. That's 6.5 feet.
You'd think they'd weigh more for that size wingspan, actually.
Well, their wings are just very long and, you know, they're a pretty light bird for how they are. But you notice that there's quite a bit of variance in these guys. And a lot of that, I mean, the males are typically a little bit bigger than the females. But not necessarily like always. It's like there'll be some females that are bigger than some males. Just a lot of it depends on where they live. And if they migrate or not, because some of them migrate and some of them don't. Some of them are going to hang out in that mid-U.S. year-round and just be like, nope, I'm good here. Where others, it's like, I'm going to go to Canada for a bit, or I'm going to go down to Mexico for a bit, you know. That's what they do. So it's like, yeah, some individuals migrate, some of them don't. It's interesting.
Yeah.
They are the largest species of heron in North America, so that's neat. And they've got pretty good lifespans. They can live up to 25 years. Not bad for a wild bird. Not bad.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We have quite a few over here. They like to eat the frogs when it rains. So
they do love a frog. They do
Oh,
love
yes.
a frog.
Oh yes, so they'll be they'll be in the drainage ditches just searching for them every time it
Nice.
rains. Yeah.
So, a little bit about their breeding. They do breed in colonies. So they will flock up with a bunch of other great blue herons. And when they're all kind of flocked up, the males will do their little dance, their little song, show off their feathers. And the females who are like, ooh, I like that guy. I will have babies with that guy. What? It's how birds do it.
I know it's how. I am also a bird.
Look, it's a
I
lot less
know.
complicated than human dating rituals. Trust
Oh my
me.
God, yes.
But yeah, they'll find an area. They like islands. They love to nest on islands. Basically a place where it's secluded from ground predators and stuff. But they still like to do it up nice high in the trees. And a colony, I mean, a colony is usually going to be like 100 to 150 nests. But one was counted up to 500 nests in a colony. That's so many. The nests, if they're not destroyed, they'll usually rebuild them. Just, you know, just freshen it up, some fresh mud, some fresh twigs. Get it going there. As you can see on the bottom picture there, they have rather large twiggy nests, like lots and lots of sticks. I just love the two little babies' heads sticking out of there. Look at them.
I know. I was
One of
about
them's
to
like
say.
screaming at their sibling.
They're so mad.
It's my turn to get a fish. You sit here.
It's my turn.
It's my turn.
It's my turn.
But at the beginning of the breeding season, they will pick a partner, and they'll stick with that partner for the year. But after that, they tend to find different partners from year to year. So they're
oh, that's nice.
You know, monogamous for a season, but not mating for life types. I mean, I'm sure it happens, you know, where, you know, a breeding pair will mate multiple times. But it's not the typical. It's not typical. They're going to have 3 to 6 eggs per clutch, only once a year. Although, if a female lays her eggs and something comes very soon and destroys the nest, she may lay a second clutch. But that's only, it has to be pretty early on in the building for them to try again. If it gets to close to hatching time, or if something happens after they've hatched, then that's it for the year for them. But, you know, it sucks when it happens, but, you know, that's nature for you. Nature is brutal and uncaring.
Yeah.
But they are very good parental birds. Both parents are going to take turns incubating the eggs. And once the chicks are born, both parents are going to come and feed the little babies. One thing that I found is that the eggs are not all laid at once. So it's not like, you know, mom sits there and is like, egg, 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 egg. All right, I'm done laying eggs. It'll be like 1 to 2 days between each egg being laid. And then 1 to 2 days between each egg hatching. So the firstborn is, I mean, little baby birds, they grow up quickly. The firstborn is by far the most likely to survive and grow up to adulthood. And the lastborn is, well, the other way. Just because the bigger the bird, the better they are at getting their parents' attention for feeding. So, you know, it's just kind of the way it is. The firstborn gets all the attention. Isn't that how it is?
Yeah.
Although the baby doesn't get the attention in the middle. It's in order. No middle child syndrome here. There's last child syndrome. But I mean, if food is abundant, the parents will make sure that, you know, do everything they can to make sure every baby, you know, survives. But, you know, truth of the matter is that if you're a bird species, if your yearly survival rate in your first year of life is greater than 50%, you're doing pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But certain birds have better adaptations to help get that a lot higher. For example, crows and ravens, because they communally raise their children rather than just the parents, their infant survivability is much higher. Or the sociable weavers that hide their babies inside of giant maze nests. Those ones survive very well.
Oh, yeah.
And herons, pretty protective. They're going to take care of their babies. You can come up to a nest, they're going to defend it. And they, by doing a secluded area, they're usually pretty good at keeping predators away from their babies. So I think they do pretty well. They do pretty good. Pretty good. You want to see a video of one hunting? I think we want to see a video of one hunting.
I would love to see a video of one hunting.
As you can see, they like to wade through the water, looking down at the ground. Carefully. Very still.
Yes!
Probably just got a little minnow there.
Yeah.
Swallow it whole. And they've got kind of two adaptations. For like little minnows, they'll open their beak and snag it. But bigger fish, they will spear it. They will use their beaks to spear.
Yeah, they do this. I thought it was going to do its piercing. I didn't think it was just going to be a little fish.
I got to find videos that are under a minute long on YouTube. All the best footage is in like 10-minute videos. You ain't going to play that.
That's fair.
But they are pretty much carnivores. They almost all of their diet is food that is alive. They like to mostly eat fish, but as you were talking about, they also like reptiles and amphibians. And yeah, as you're saying, frogs and toads are a favorite treat. Great little treat. But then like little land geckos they'll get. But I would say fish is number 1, amphibians number 2, reptiles number 3. And occasionally they'll also eat small rodents. If they can catch a mouse, they'll eat that mouse. Now,
yeah.
I was saying, I don't think they eat turtles. I think these turtles in this picture are pretty safe.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think they might be cohabitating.
Yeah. I think the turtle shell's a little tough for them to swallow.
Yeah.
But long-leggedy, yes, they got nice long legs. Now, one thing that I always got to point out is like, oh, and their knees bend backwards. No, they don't. Their knees are right up next to their body, and they have very short thighs. What you're seeing that is bending backward is their ankle.
Well, that's fun.
Ankle. So birds do not have backwards bending knees. They have really long ankles. And so they got their tibia and then like, yeah, basically like the ankle down to like where the feet is. That's part of the foot. Yeah. But
that's why birds are weird to draw. That's true.
Birds are weird to draw.
As someone who has to draw themselves, birds are very weird to draw.
Yes. Their favorite hunting strategy is to stand in shallow water and then peck at, just stand perfectly still and peck at things that come by. But they've been known to fly over water and then like dive down and grab something. They've been known to sit on the shore and like run forward and swoop. I mean, they got a multitude of hunting techniques. They're versatile hunters. They're not one-trick ponies.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
They're very interesting to watch when they're active.
Yeah. And then in hotter environments, they got some cool ways to keep cool. Obviously, they do the thing that a lot of birds do, where they'll like just have their wings splayed out and just kind of catch the wind as much as they can. But they also pant like dogs. They'll open up their beaks and pant like dogs to stay cool. That's
I didn't know that one.
Yeah, I didn't know it either. I've never seen them do it, but it's kind of cool that they do it.
Oh, I would love if you got like a video or a GIF of them panting like that. That would have been interesting.
Well, and their eyesight is really good too. They say 3 times better than humans, and really, really good night vision. They're able to see in the dark. So it's like, yeah, they're not quite eagle-eyed, but they're pretty close. Really good long distance, and that's why a lot of their hunting techniques are so good. From they can even swoop down and get things from the air because they can see down into that water so well. It's nice. And a bird like this is going to obviously be very important to a lot of people. There's a town called Delmarva, and they have a team called the baseball shorebirds. They're called, and they use a great blue heron in their logo. But this has been a bird that's been very important in a lot of Native American culture, usually embodying wisdom and patience. You can see that. The patience thing, where they'll stand in shallow water just waiting. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then the Iroquois, specifically, they said that if they were going out on a hunt and they saw a great blue heron before the hunt, it was an omen of good luck.
I did not know that.
It's not a shoebill. Although they are, actually kind of closely related to shoebills. Storks, herons, cranes, they're all in the same order. Yeah. And luckily, their populations are doing quite well. Lots of water, lots of food for them to get. So their populations have remained stable or gone up in certain areas. So they are of least concern for as far as endangered species list goes. So that's out. That's good. That's good.
That is very good. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very, fantastic.
So, my thoughts on the great blue heron is I really love these birds. There's birds that I've grown up seeing and always admired. They're beautiful. They're graceful. Seeing one fly through the air overhead is just always like, look at that. They're cool birds. I mean, I'm not a big fan of water birds, as we all know, but they are nice, polite, patient water birds, not mean, rowdy, loud water birds.
You mean geese?
Geese, gulls, petrels, even ducks sometimes can be kind of rude little jerks.
Oh, wow.
Don't get me started on swans, those pompous assholes. But cranes and herons, they're my favorite types of water birds. They're pretty cool.
They're quiet and patient.
Yes. Patient, wise, beautiful. Top tier water bird.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember seeing them all the time. And it's just like, have you done this one?
Yeah, I've done
They're
swans.
always so pretty. Like I as a kid, I used to fish quite a bit, and so we used to see these a lot, just flying around.
All right. Well, we're gonna call this bird of the day done, and I hope you enjoyed. And we'll see you around soon for more bird of the day. Back to the studio.